What's up, guys? Today I'll make the next part with my trench diorama. Um, it looks pretty nice after 10 parts. It will be the part number 11. We did a lot of nice stuff. We finished the sides. We made barbed wire. We had a lot of vegetation. We made sandbags. We did some details on the sides of the trench. We also made the back and the bunker, but there are still a lot of things missing, like figures and also some more details in the trench. As you can see, this is very boring. There are no guns laying around, just nothing. So in today's video I will add some guns and boxes and some other stuff laying around in the trench and also in the bunker. And I also need to ask you one more thing, guys, and that's a bit of help with these figures. They are upside down like this. So I bought them a few weeks ago and I think they are very nice, but I need to paint them and assemble them and put them on this diorama. But the only problem is I never in my life have painted figures. I mean, I did it one time, but that were figures in 1/72 scale and I added no details. So this time it will be my first serious attempt, and I know almost nothing about painting figures. So please help me if you do know some nice techniques and other helpful stuff on painting figures. But right now, let's get back on the video. So, right over here, I do have a lot of nice details that I have casted. I mean stuff that aren't details. Sorry, my English is a bit basic. I casted a lot of these nice backpacks, a lot of boxes. As you can see here, I did one mistake during the casting, but that's not a big issue. I have also bigger boxes, some helmets, some other stuff. I think it will be very nice. So today I will try to put all those stuff in the trench. I will also paint them, and I will just add some more details to the trench because it is very boring right now. So let's get started. So the boxes that I casted look pretty nice, and I think they will look nice on the diorama. So right now I will start the painting. I will use a few different paints. First, I will start with some gray base. It is nothing too difficult. I will use my brush to apply it on the boxes just to have a bit of texture. Because in World War I, a lot of boxes were painted with a brush, so it will be a nice detail. Right now, I will paint a few boxes with green. It is a bit like dark green, I think. So I just paint a few of them with this paint. Right now I will paint a few more boxes with other paints. I am using right now dark sea blue, and again I will paint I think 3 boxes with this paint, and later I will also use some lighter green. You can use a lot of colors. I also tried to add some rust effects, but they are very bad. So I'll do it again, but a bit different. I start with an iron or steel paint, and I paint a bit of it on the places where I want to have some rust. And later I will paint a bit of rust on those places, and it will look amazing. So, as you can see right now, I will be using rust to paint some rust effects. I will be painting it I mean this paint, on the places where I painted this steel paint. And I think it will look amazing. Just leave the corners and the edges with steel. And it will look, I think, nice. It will be like chipped paint with a bit of rust inside of it. Very difficult to explain, but if you look at the video, it will be much easier to see. And this is what I was thinking to do, and it looks amazing. Just look. I left also a few chips with steel to have some extra details. But I think all those boxes look very nice. So I can take them aside and I will start with the next things. And actually I have some helmets, guns, backpacks and some other stuff. Again, I need to prime them. I actually don't know why I primed them because it actually isn't needed, but I just did it. But if you are painting those things like me, you didn't need to prime them, but I did it, but I don't know why. And right now, when everything is gray, I can start painting some more details. As you can see on this box, of which I have all those things, a lot of them are this letter or sand or something like this color. So I will paint them first with some sand yellow. It is called desert yellow, but you know what I mean. Just this sand looking paint. And I will be painting some guns because a lot of them have covers, also the backpacks and some of those round objects that I have over there. And I don't know what these round objects are, but I think they are something with food or something like this, because one of the soldiers of my British infantry carries them, at least on the box, so I think they are with some food or I don't know what. So I painted a few of those things with sand yellow, and I think they look nice. Of course, we need to add a few more details. So, I will start right now with grey paint, again. But this time not to prime some things, but just to paint a few buttons and stuff like this. And this step was very hard to film for me because my phone is sometimes not so good and it didn't want to zoom in. But on the end, I think I got it good. And on this round things, you need to paint actually one button, gray. And on the backpacks, you also have some other details that I also painted gray. As you can see on the video, just do it like me. And I think it will look very nice on the end. And don't forget it to paint all the details on everything that you have over there. I also painted a few buttons on all those guns that I have over there. And right now we can add one more thing. And this is this very strange looking brown wash. I don't know how to describe it, but this color is, I think, very nice. And I use my small brush to paint it over all my backpacks and guns, this with covers, and I think it will look very nice. You can use this stick with cotton on it to remove the excess of this wash, and on the end it will look like some backpacks that were laying for a few days on the sun. I mean, like a bit yellowed. And it looks amazing, just look. And I think with this step I'm done with all those small things. And I take them aside and I can start painting all those helmets. I actually casted only 3 of them because my casting skills aren't so good, so they came out very bad. And to paint them, I will be using medium green. It is more like dark green, but okay. I think there is nothing that can go wrong with this step. I mean, it is just very easy. You take your brush and you paint those helmets green. And I think they look nice. I wouldn't add any effects on them because my chipping skills aren't so good. Of course, I can add something, but I didn't want to. So, of course, you can add some steel chipping and some rust, but I didn't want. Right now, I will paint this gun that I casted, but as I said, my casting skills aren't so good, so it turned out very bad. So the first thing I will do, and I think it is also the only thing on this gun, I will be using this brown, it is more like dark brown paint, and I will paint the stock of it. It is actually this wooden part on the bottom and also on the back of the gun. Again, I use my very thin brush. And try to not paint the barrel and the other metal stuff, because if you have painted this gun on the beginning gray like me, you can just leave it only with a painted stock and nothing more. And as you can see, it didn't look so good. I think I will just put it in some mud and I hope nobody will notice it. And I think we are done with all those stuff that I want to add on Dharma. And I have actually nothing to say about it. Everything looks pretty nice. Of course, it can be better, but I think it is just good for me. The backpacks turned out very nice, and I can place my phone on the stative and add all those things into the trench, and I think also a bit in the bunker. I cannot explain the steps very good, so just look at the video. I think you will know everything. I think this is also the very good position for these two boxes, and I will be using my own created mud to, I don't know how to say it, but actually glue and blend them into place. They will be glued, let's say, and also they will look like they are sitting in this mud. So just put a bit of this mud on your trench, actually in your trench, and you can place a box just on this mud. Also press it down a bit, and right now I will glue the other box on top of it. Of course, you can add a bit more of mud just to add some nice effects. And right now I need to find my glue. For gluing the other box, you can use PVA glue, super glue, and many other glues. As you can see, I messed it up, and I hoped nobody will notice it, so I took just a piece of paper and I tried to remove all those glue that I put it on the mud, and it is just so stupid what I did, but okay. I think you get a point. I added a lot more stuff, actually everything that I made a few minutes ago. I also placed some stuff into the bunker. I will show it closer on the end. But as you can see, there's still something missing. And of course, that is water. And for this, I very like this Tamiya semi-gloss varnish. Of course, I'm sure there will be many other brands that you can use, but I think this is very nice. You need to use a gloss varnish, so not a matte varnish, because a gloss varnish will shine, so it will also look a bit like water. And if you will add some matte varnish, it will actually do nothing. So I think there are a lot of brands making varnishes: Tamiya, Vallejo, Emo. I can say a lot of other brands. So as you can see, it is very easy to apply it just with a brush, and I do it in some deeper places where the water mostly comes, so not on those hills in the Dharma, but in those deeper places. I think you get the point. I did a few more things off screen, like I added a few barrels in the bunker just to make it a bit more, I don't know how to say it, just to make it nicer. I placed some things on the barrels. On the back I placed a gun on the table, also this small round object, I don't know what it is. Also a few boxes. I think it looks very nice. As you can see here, I put a gun, box, and some other stuff. I think the water effects look very nice. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm sure you will use it on a few other dharmas. To make them, I very like to use some clear varnish, gloss or semi-gloss. I was experimenting with a few brands on other stuff, and personally I think Tamiya is the best, but I'm sure you will find something that you think it is better, because it is just what I think is the best, but I'm sure a lot of people think Tamiya isn't so good to make water effects. But I don't know, just try to find out what you think is good. I also tried it with a Revel varnish, it worked also good, so I don't know. You can also use PVA glue, like here, when I was gluing the grass, I was using PVA glue, but as it turned out, it looks also a bit like wet grass, so I'm sure if you will put some PVA glue on the mud like this, it will also look like water. Here in this corner, I also put a bit of stuff just to make it nicer. Here, a lot of stuff. Here where the soldiers can sleep, I put a box and a helmet, and I think it is pretty much it. I don't know what I will do in the next video. I have completely no idea. And please help me with the figures, because I never have painted figures before. So every tip that you will give to me will be helpful. So right now, I think I need to say thanks for watching, and at this moment I have almost 100 subscribers, so another special video will be soon. And right now, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!